Warm welcome. This is Markus Termin at the 23rd of September 2024. The moon is in the sign of Gemini, giving company to Jupiter, and the sun is in the sign of Libra, giving company now to the south node and Lilith. Venus moved to the sign of Scorpio, so there's a big difference. When the sun goes in the sign of Libra, it's about beauty, truth, and balance. And we all have kind of forgotten that within ourselves there's a little artist. And this artist says, find decision in the way that they are balanced out, that they are beautiful. If the world would go in this direction and care for the aesthetic balance of things, we wouldn't go wrong, because beauty and truth is a connection, you know. There's no truth without beauty, and there's no beauty without truth. I'm not talking about uncovering devastating scandals and things like that. I'm talking about how are the rules, the measurements that we should go for in balancing out our relationships and our society. And that's what we need Libra to. Now, when Libra has company to the south node and to Lilith, I must confess that it's worth to turn the stone twice or three times to see, is there anything hidden under the stone that we don't know yet, you know. In other ways, seen in another way, there's a chance to be combined with it, you know. Having the possibility with the south node, for instance, to, you know, discover how did things work in the past, you know? How did we come to maybe even difficult solution by balancing out things wrong in the past? You know, this could be one possible approach to the idea why Lilith and the south node is in Libra. Thinking about the brutality of facts that we have to face kind of on a daily basis in this information cybernetics, to create a word like that, you know, it is deeply necessary to go into Libra and to have a meditation about balancing out things, and to have a meditation also about beauty. What if God is an artist? You know, what is art in the sense of creation? Art makes what men are actually. This is what we have in the sense of the possibility of producing. The old Greeks did not have a special word for art. Art and technique was one thing for them. You know, art and technique was actually one thing. We should come back to those days. We should come back to the view of things, of being true only if they are beautiful at the same time. This is what Libra is about. Now, Libra, as I said, we have difficult neighbors, which is Lilith and the south node in the sign of Libra, so it's not going to be a pure fun walk through with the sun through Libra. But there is a hot connection up there to Jupiter. Jupiter in the sign of Gemini. So the Libran sun is being provided with a whole lot of information to stabilize the idea of a beautiful outcome. This is the best we can take out of Libra. And of course it's challenged. It's not easy. We don't have easy stars out there today because it's in opposition to Chiron. The opposite side is always even sometimes looking for the maximum possibility to hurt the other side, as we see in international politics. We have the square position of Saturn and Jupiter, which is kind of the reality square position that gives us the opportunity opportunity to go into, well, construction again, to balancing it out. Sorry for my English. It's morning time and the tongue doesn't move as fast as I want to have it with my thoughts. Looking at the chart, you might also realize that the water powers with Mars and Venus in the sign of Scorpio. Of course, Venus in Scorpio is a dangerous Venus. Go for it if you like it. And it's in some sense it's the best Venus that we can have, because it's Venus plus actually, but it's dangerous. And as you can see, as Venus moves into the sign of Scorpio, we have a water trine in between Venus, Mars, and Saturn. It's a water trine Venus is growing into. And this is, of course, the possibility of, then again, balancing out the ideas of feeling, structure, and love, and maybe even dissolved things that we don't want to get rid of. The sign of Pisces with with Neptune retrograde and Saturn retrograde gives us the possibility of writing a new page, getting rid of old projections, in a sense of dissolving those old projections. We don't need them anymore. And of course, down here, Pluto in the sign of Capricorn, he's trying his best to reinstall harsh measures, in the sense of we're marching on only in the same direction, and we know how the future is and things like that. All those big societies stuff. Yeah, that's basically the situation. We haven't talked about Uranus in the sign of Taurus. On a weekly basis, we get ups and down jumps on stock exchanges these days. There's something cooking on this side. I'm not a specialist on that, but Uranus and Taurus does his work and does his job. So this is my take on Libran Sun with Venus in Scorpio. What is the best to do? The best to do is to go with the sun and to go with the flow of information, to enrich yourself with the eyes of an artist. Let's go for that. Thank you very much for listening. This is Markus Termin, Astrologisches Stundenbuch. You can get in touch with me. This is the mail address. Down here you will find the contact on my blog site. See you tomorrow, and I hope you have a happy Libra time.